Today I'm going to be teaching you Robinson Crusoe discovers a footprint. Let's read and understand the chapter. Robinson Crusoe's ship had been discovered by the sea. He had been alone for many years and longed for company. One day, he discovers a footprint on the sand. So here they are saying, Robinson Crusoe, he had been destroyed by the sea and he stayed over there for many years. And one day he sees a footprint on the sand. And now let's find out what he did then. I'm reading. One day when I was going towards my boat, I was surprised to see the footprint of a man on the sand. I stood amazed. I listened. I looked around me. I could neither hear nor see anything. I went up higher to look down. I went up the shore and down the shore, but it was no good. I could find no other footprint but that one. I went to it again to see if there were any more footprints and to tell if it had been my imagination. But I was not mistaken, for there was exactly the print of a foot, toes, heel, every part of a foot. I could not imagine how it came there. So here he's saying, now one day, when he went towards his boat, he saw a footprint on the sand and he was surprised to see because he was all alone staying over there. So he looked here, he looked there, he looked everywhere around, but he never found anything. He went up and down the shore to see if anyone he could see around him, but nobody. Then he came back to the particular place, and he looked carefully at the footprint and he thought it was his imagination, but then when he looked carefully, he did see the print of a foot which had toes, heels, every part of a foot it had. And he came to know it wasn't his imagination, it was real. I stayed a long time thinking, but became more and more confused. At last, I returned home very frightened. Looking behind me, after every 2 or 3 steps, mistaking every bush and tree to be a man. Now, here he is saying that now he stayed a very long time thinking about it, and he became very much confused. Then he returned home very frightened he was, as he was returning home, on the way he was looking at every bush, every tree, and he was frightened that somebody is following him. So he kept looking behind, is there anybody, is there anybody? He was mistaking everything to be some person. When I came to my cave, which I called my castle, I ran inside it, as if I was being chased. I do not remember whether I used the ladder or went in by the hole in the rock, which I called the door. I ran for cover faster than any animal could run. So here he is saying that he ran to his home as fast as he could, as if because he was feeling that he was being chased by somebody is looking at him, somebody is following him. So he ran as fast as he could into his cave, which he called it his home. He does not at all remember whether he used a ladder or he went by the hole in the rocks, which he called it the door. And he also says that he believed that he ran as fast than any animal could run. I did not sleep that night. The more I thought about what I had seen, the more afraid I became. I thought it could be one of the savages of the mainland who had wandered out to the sea in a small boat. He's saying that he could not sleep that night because he was very, very frightened and afraid. So he did not get sleep. Okay, everything was just going around his mind. Thoughts were going, okay, there's somebody over there. Somebody is trying to find him out. Okay, somebody is going to come and kill him. All these thoughts were going. Who is that person? Whose big footprint is he seen? Okay, and he thought it was a wild person in the primitive state. Okay, somebody is trying to find him out. So he was very, very frightened, who had come over there, okay, in a small boat. Luckily, I was not on shore at that time. But what if he had seen my boat? If he had seen the boat, he would have realized that someone lived on the island and would soon return with others to kill and eat me. Okay, so all these thoughts are just going in his mind over there. Okay, and he also thought about it. Okay, thank God, okay, that I was not present at that particular time when he came. What would have happened if he had seen my boat over there? Then he would have come to know, okay, I am staying there. There's somebody on this place staying on this island. Okay, and then he would come back with other people also. Then he'll kill me, he'll eat me up. All these thoughts were just going around his mind. And so I lay fearful for many days and prayed for protection. In doing so, I was much comforted and began going out to investigate. But even now, as I went forward, I looked behind me frequently because I was still very frightened. So he was very, very frightened. He prayed for protection. Okay, and for many days he stayed indoor. He stayed over there in the cave only. And when he felt a little bit okay, it's okay for me to come out, he saw that there's nothing around, then he came out to investigate, to find out. Okay, but still he was still frightened. Okay, he kept looking here, there, everywhere, anybody's following him or no, but the fright was still there in him. However, as I went about for 2 or 3 days and saw nothing, I became a little bolder. I decided to go down to the shore again and examine the footprint once more. I decided to measure it with my own foot mark. Now he became a little bit brave. Okay, he decided now to go to the shore where he saw the footprint. Okay, he became little more bolder, little bit more braver after 1 or 2 days. Okay, then he decided, okay, why not measure it with his own footprint? He'll put his own foot into it and see. Okay, which he did. As I came closer to the footprint, I realized that it could not be my footprint because I had not come to this place, to this part of the beach since a long time. Secondly, as I placed my foot alongside that footprint, it seemed larger than my own. Now when he reached a place, he looked around and he realized that this part of the place, so he's never come. So he was pretty sure on that part, okay, this is not my footprint, because for a long time at this part of the beach he had never been there. Secondly, when he placed his foot on the footprint, okay, his foot was very small. Okay, and it was the footprint that was there, that was very, very large than his own. My fear returned. I went home again, believing that there was someone there. Okay, so these two things made him sure that it is not his and there is somebody there. Okay, so the fear again came back into him. Okay, and he believed, oh my God, there's somebody there. Okay, and the island was inhabited. Okay, that there was somebody there. And that's the story of Robinson Crusoe, who discovers a footprint.